Hey, it's Joey Casada. You're listening to Tom and Zeus on Shout It Out Loudcast. If you want to hear two idiots with Boston accents talk about Kiss, you've definitely come to the right place.
Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus with another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast. We're up to episode 151. Kiss Thanksgiving III, Macy's Day Parade. What's this one on?
And by the time everybody hears this, we hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your friends, families, loved ones, whoever you celebrated.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you guys had a lot of turkey and Mountain Dew or some other kind of fountain soda.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. I hope the turkey was cooked very nicely. You had the good mix of the white meat and the dark meat. And then after you had the pumpkin pie and the cookies. And when people were putting the cookies in their mouth, you didn't raise your voice and say, put that cookie down. It's not that to celebrate the holiday with the family. So enjoy and let's get back to the episode.
I fucking love Arnold. Why the fuck are you yelling at me?
Stop shouting. I'm not deaf. Somebody asked us to do the entire episode like this.
I'll do Ace and you do Arnold the whole episode. That'll work, right?
Okay, let's talk about Under the Rose. Not a good song. Next track, please.
You got to be talking about the Blackwells. You got to be talking about the Odyssey. That fucking song blows.
They cut out all my shit. That's why Dark Light's fucking half terrible.
I'll get a vegetable pizza. I like my pizza with broccoli on it. Fuck that. Anyway, Tom, we had a big episode. Album review time. Music from the Elder. And boy, did we get feedback.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we were expecting feedback, and we certainly got it. We got a lot of stuff there on our poll and on the episode itself, all over social media. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time on this one with the feedback, and then we will get to our Thanksgiving extravaganza. So our poll, as always, when we do an album review, is best song. 4 options on Twitter: The Oath, Dark Light, I, and World Without Heroes. And it came down to The Oath and I were neck and neck for a while. And we got a shit ton of votes on this. And The Oath edged out I with 33%. I was at 31. Dark Light at 19. World Without Heroes at 17. And we'll get to a couple comments here. King Kusano, I really, really like Under the Rose. I'm sorry, but it gives me a little flower stem in my pants. It's such a great song. Also, I agree with Zeus on his high ranking. I might have had it higher, but either way, great fucking episode, boys. Okay. You might want to start tallying the amount of people that agree with your ranking and think you need to be institutionalized for your ranking, because there's a lot of that here.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Hoffman. Oh, God. He was on a friggin' rant. The whole empowering from songs by guys that wear face paint in silly outfits. Isn't it stupid? If you can't be empowered by your friends, family, and circumstances in your life, you need more than silly guys in face paint singing to you. Maybe I'm just grumpy today. Maybe, Joel. Maybe. Sean Dehaan, based on the live version, which is always in my mind's eye and ear, The Oath. Other than that, Escape from the Island. Even though the version on the album is only about half of the tune, it rips. Bruce Fody, Dark Light for me is the best song on there. The solo is top notch. I don't know if you ever heard the demos for Don't Run, but the final lyrics are way better. Yeah, I've heard about that with the demo of Don't Run. Yep. Swede in New York. I went with Dark Light. Winning formula equals Ace, where someone else writes the lyrics. That's a good point. Uncle Steve's Iron Maiden Zone. The Oath live on Fridays is what shows me that it is the superior song. World Without Heroes is good too. It just seems to be generic and forced as well as weak. Good message, though. Carl Mastenbrook. Love the episode. The Elder is one of my favorites because it's so far from what we had before. It's great, maybe, but it is good for what it is. And Gene was great with his voice. Another fantastic episode. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Thank you, Carl. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Graham Richley. Oh, he had lots to say on Twitter and Facebook. Dark Light is Dark Light years ahead. Ray Farrow, Dark Light from that group, but Only You is not only the best song on the album, but a top 10 to 15 Gene song. Woo! Great mood, awesome vocal, and I love the Just a Boy reprise in there. Perfect song until Paul slides in with in Tom's voice, I can't believe this is true. Oh, terrible. That's how you ruin a good song. Only You is a pretty good song. James 6 Star, oh my God, Dark Light is the best. Is this poll rigged? Just kidding. Uh-oh, our friend I Love It Louder. I can't stand I. It's the only song on the album I really don't like. I don't mind Fanfare. I like the rest. Songs out of context are good and just not that bad. Just not good Kiss songs. Ooh. Lee Bruton, all songs are cool, but I'm in the Oath camp for this vote. A lot of people picking Dark Light because of that Ace solo, which is awesome. A lot of people loving I it's funny. A lot of people love I for the lyrics. A lot of people hate I because of the lyrics. Oh, and our elder lover, Sonny Pooney, none of the above. Yuck. Oh boy. Scott Zeppelin, his vote was whichever song is the shortest. There you go. I don't know what his Twitter handle is, like an abbreviation, but it's Revolver Benji. Dark Light is a better song than some of the others, but I didn't vote for it. I know Ace is an easy target, but I just can't take the atonal vocal ramblings of a whiskey-soaked prune seriously. Oh, Jesus. Whiskey-soaked prune. That's a good one.
Is he fucking talking about me?
John Gross, World Without Heroes, for me, it's very different and risky, and I like Gene when he sings. Wow, okay. Pocket Rocket Ride, in my opinion, I is the strongest track easily. Uh-oh, our buddy Tony, I've said it before, I is a severely overrated song. I agree. All three of the other choices are better, in my opinion. John Restano, better known as Mr. Antonio 2005, honorable mention to Only You. The beginning guitar riff is killer, followed by some great lyrics. Alessandro Rourke, I don't understand the hate for World Without Hero. I always like this album, and I listen to it in its entirety once a month. Ugh, why? I'm sorry about that, Alessandro. Paul, I went with I, but Dark Light might have one of Ace's best studio solos. It's up there with Strange Ways for me. Yes, that solo is off the charts. Vincent, Don't Call Me Roman Maroney. I love all these songs, but I is the best of them and could have been a hit for them on any other album. So that's some poll comments. Let's get into some quick Twitter episode comments on what people think of this album. Jim Riley, the cool and crazy thing about being a Kiss fan is that Zeus can put this album ranked 8th. Good for him. He must have been one of the 6 people that bought it. No, I bought it too, Jim. It's just not ranked 8th. Swede in New York, once again, careful, Zeus. You might have alienated most of your Finnish listeners with that comment of Hanoi rocks at the very end of the episode.
Why, are they from Finland? Or
I didn't know that.
I don't know. Oh, sorry, it's not Nitro or some other shitty band.
What are you talking about? I saw Hanoi Rocks on the first 17 Monsters of Rock cruises. They were fantastic with their 18th drummer and 4th bassist. They're fucking great.
It's just like the comment we make the Sun. He's like, what are you talking about? That? Yeah, I have their 4th album. It's pretty good.
It's oh, jeez. A good friend, Heavy Mayo, being an astute music critic at 7 years old, I remember getting this from Ann and Hope and saying, what? Ann and Hope, there's a good one. And I said, what the fuck is this shit? Fast forward a month later on Christmas, my sister gets me Journey Escape, and I didn't look back. This podcast resurrected my love for Kiss and the Elder. Oh, Heavy Mayo, you're the best. Thanks, buddy.
He is awesome, but he likes a lot of pussy music.
Well, that's why him and Murph get along.
yeah,
that's why.
Pussy music.
They like pillow hugging music. It's okay, but we love them. But we love them both. We love. Everybody knows how much.
We don't have to not like them because they like pussy music.
Well, no, I like Journey. There's nothing wrong with Journey.
I know, but when we're all rocking out, like, there's no need to be pulling out fucking Loverboy, Journey.
Well, there's also no need to be pulling out bad English either. But we tolerate that.
Yeah, there's one guy that pulls that shit out and like, why? It's a fucking great album. Well, it's not as good. The second album had a lot of deep. I'm like, dude, what?
Stop.
The second album.
Stop it.
You moved on past the first.
We got here Sean Geek in his Fast Fret podcast. Couldn't agree more with Tom on The Oath. Yeah, Paul tends to blow on this album.
well, we heard from our good friend Aussie Jeff.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he was chasing people sucking cock.
Stop. He says, now I will say Paul shines on the solos he does on this album. The bluesy feel that he pulls off is top notch. Yeah, he does a couple of good solos. Ken in Satan's Service. I love this episode. I love this album. I was 9 when it came out and I didn't know any better. To me, it was just Kiss. It's too bad the falsetto ruined The Oath, one of their heaviest songs. I remember the Solid Gold performance with Andy Gibb as the host. Yes, a couple people corrected us. Andy Gibb was hosting that episode of Solid Gold.
Corrected you. I didn't know who the fuck they were on Solid Gold then.
Our buddy Murph, Tommy's impression of Fanfare sounds like Peter Griffin trying to do an impression. And then our buddy Steve. Oh, God. Steve has been waiting for the Elder review. It is his number 1 Kiss album. Wow.
Yeah, I'm all sticky from reading his stuff.
Oh, yeah. You might need to be. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of going on.
Shower.
Yikes. Todd Herring, you know that it's a good album, just not a good Kiss album hits home for me. I've never hated the record like Sonny Pooney, but fall far from Zeus and ranking it higher than Ace's solo record. And a lot of people thought that.
Do you notice that? People didn't yell that much about, oh, you had it that high. It's that they have to have it because it's over Ace.
Correct.
How the fuck is that possible?
See, to me, I didn't care about that. I cared that you had it higher than Asylum. I didn't care about you having it higher than Ace.
Speaking of that, our sausagey finger friend is texting us in the middle of this episode.
We have a lot of sausage finger friends. So which one is this?
I only brought that up because he had the picture that he put up on Twitter with the middle finger on the door.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he writes to us, I'd rather hear the song I over Rip It Out. Could be the worst music page ever.
Well, you know what? What are you going to do?
Oh, fuck that. I've heard Rip It Out a million times. I like the song. I do. I really do.
Yeah.
But I'd rather hear I. It's me.
Okay. That's cool. Hey, Retro Zest. They got a cool music podcast too. He posted a picture of himself in front of the Elder door. That was pretty wild. Let's see what else we got here. Sonny Pooney up, giving the middle finger to the Elder door. We said we know that's not you because those aren't sausage fingers. Uncle Paulie, Mount Rushmore episode for me, not because of the Elder, but how these motherfuckers went from Fanfare to Tim Dog, rest in peace, to Eazy-E, rest in peace. Through my tears of laughter, I just thought to myself, how did this happen? Absolutely amazing. I love you guys. Oh,
Tim Dog is dead?
Of course he's dead.
Things that Tim Dog would say.
Fuck Compton.
Ooh. Ooh. Fuck me in the ass. Ooh. Step to me. Let me suck your dick.
Things that Tim Dog would say. Ding, ding.
En Vogue. Harry Berry.
When are we going to do the Chronic on friggin' ARC?
Ooh,
no,
man. Dre's other second album there is even better.
Yeah, you're right. But the Chronic's just iconic.
Yeah,
it just because it's more classic.
The Dre Day song is just.
Oh yeah.
Because Ezel's in it.
Yeah. John Schaefer. Part of what makes this record weird is there is no context to the story Gene had in his head. The record company switched the order to make it more of a rock record. If you put the songs in the story order, the first side is not good. It was a good idea executed poorly. Yeah, they like we said in the episode, they mixed and matched the set list. They tried to make it more rock, but then they tried to put it back into story mode. Xandon Black, I love this album. Good timing for the episode that everybody wants to hear. Clark Side of the Moon. Great job, guys. This episode lived up to the hype. Then he does hashtag there's a child in a sundress looking at a rainy sky.
Oh, God. Horrendous.
Scott Wheeler, been waiting for this one. Can't wait to listen to a few cool songs in between some terrible duds. This record is all over the place. Let's see. DG from Tennessee just wrote, wow, just fucking wow. Okay, I hope that's a good thing. Baseball and Death. This was great. Like if Mystery Science Theater did the Elder movie, that thankfully didn't happen. The song I is pretty decent. The rest is awful. It's not even bad enough to be funny, just boring. So y'all extracting laughs out of this mess is the Lord's work. Thank you. Let's see here. Oh, and then we got somebody jumping on you for ranking it 8th. Yeah, we'll get to. And then Uncle Steve's Iron Maiden Zone. Oh my God, that extreme burping. I'm crying tears of laughter. It's almost uncontrollable. And then you posted a GIF of Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my God. And that's some Twitter stuff. We got a shit ton of feedback on Facebook and email. So we want to move along here so we can get to our episode. But go ahead, Zeus. What do you got, buddy?
Brian Harris. This will be interesting. The Elder is my favorite Kiss album because it's so different. As much as I hate Let's Put the X in Sex, that's how much I love The Elder. Kevin Jepson. Holy shit, Zeus. Above Ace. There you go, Tom.
Oh, there it is.
Wow. Interesting. I heard this when I was 8. Not good since Alive was my first record, but it has grown on me over a lot over time. My top 3, The Oath, Mr. Blackwell, Only You. I like World Without Heroes. I envision someone making a video of all the healthcare workers working through the pandemic with this song in the background. But at the end, Gene pops up and says, but fuck them. Sorry, guys.
That's
I had to.
Pretty good.
I'm not wrong. Another great review, guys. Scott Donaldson. Looking forward to this, guys. I've been holding off listening to ARC episodes in this new episode because I got a 5-hour drive tomorrow, and I figured I should be able to get through the ARC episode. Maybe can get into last week's polls on Shout Out Loudcast episode. I'll save the rest of the Elder review for my 5-hour trip home. Jack Benacchio. Thank you both very much for the massive shout out for becoming a new Patreon member. I do what I do to help and support the best podcast I've ever been a part of. You both, and including all your guests, bring so much joy and laughter to us all week in, week out. So thank you. Now, The Elder. This felt like a mix of Dio music and Opeth sounds. Making an album into a story, not their best, but for me, Dark Light, and The Oath, I'd pick to play live on a set list. Kiss, rock and roll.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. Stuart Rhodes, I have the CD and really love the songs, called I in a World Without Heroes. Charles Eaton, a fun listen, guys. As always, you two don't disappoint. Odyssey would have fit perfectly on the Grease 2 soundtrack.
Oh, God.
As a musical score to Michael's Odyssey, from a dud to a stud. Has always been my favorite track from this album. I like Dark Light from the first listen as well. World Without Heroes has grown on me. Escape from the Island could have benefited from a Gene spoken word vocal track of him convincing the hot blonde from the Eye video to go back to the hotel with him. Nothing else from this bargain bin album appeals to me. I appreciate the musical talent they showcase with this album, but Ezrin's nose candy sent them down a real bumpy road. Give me Asylum all day over this lukewarm mess of acid trip any day. Peaced out, just a Boy Scout.
Too much of the booger sugar there for Bob Ezrin with this album, yeah.
Great job, Charles Mark Eaton.
Nice.
Raymond Gallus. Love Saturdays for Shout It Out Loudcast. This one I'm eager to listen to. One of my favorite Kiss albums of all time, regardless of what will transpire during this episode. Mark Durado, the best album. And then Steve Elliott jumps in and says, I think you meant to say the best Kiss album released in 1981.
Nice.
Dan Parcells. I'm just here to show off my top fan badge. Just kidding. Love the episode. Great info and always funny. This album always makes for a great conversation.
Yes, that is true. And thank you, top fan. Gotta love that badge. Wear it proudly.
Yep. Stephen Wood, listening now, ready to defend it to the hilt.
Wow.
Rob Pontius. I love Kiss, but the only album worse than this one is Peter Criss' solo album.
No, wrong.
Just my opinion. He's wrong on both of those. But
yeah,
that's
he's wrong.
Right.
He's wrong.
Daniel Reeve, as of 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, it's not up on Stitcher yet. Yeah, I don't know why some of these podcasts don't go on their specific apps at the same time.
Yes.
It's kind of strange.
It is kind of a weird thing. That's unfortunate. That's out of our control. But look, if this happens with anybody, please let us know the way Daniel did. So,
and it did go up later on. But
yeah.
You know, when we do a podcast, we put up the RSS feed, which is the feed that goes out on our hosting. Pantheon Podcast uses Megaphone. It goes on Megaphone. and Megaphone puts it out everywhere.
Right.
So it shouldn't be delayed on one over the other, but unfortunately it is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I appreciate you telling this, Daniel. So let's go over to Loudcasters. On Loudcasters, we got a shitload of comments.
Oh, there was a lot of action on this one. Yes.
Paul Heider. I'm sorry, Paul. You got to tell us how to pronounce your name correctly, buddy. Use sons of bitches. You're going to make me buy another album, aren't you?
Yes. But then I said, how do you not already own this?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I know.
Do you like Kiss?
Do you really like Kiss?
Do you like The Elder?
Roy Gerstenberg. You guys really ripped on Paul. I'm able to put them in completely different categories without having to compare to other Kiss albums. I think that's a lot better than Unmasked, and I listen to it much more than anything else in the 80s. I love Paul's guitar work, and I've been a sucker for dramatic music. Roy, the album simply is not played as much as everything else. The songs are not played live. Everything else in Kiss world, to me, in the 80s, we've heard a million times. So to me, I go to this album more, and that's why I rank it higher, because it's not fatigued. And I think fatigue has a big factor in our Kiss ratings. It does.
I gotcha. Yeah.
And then him and a few people go back and forth about guitar playing and how he can tell one guitar player versus the other. But anyway, well, after listening to this is Paul Heider now. Well, after listening to this episode, I think I can safely say I never missed a thing by not even purchasing this album. To use a Tom quote, it's not good. No, not only is it not good, it's terrible. It's really, really bad. Graham Richley, maybe your best album review ever.
Wow.
Tom absolutely nailed this. Couldn't agree more. Zeus, you're a nut job. But that is why you guys are fantastic. Sneed Rock. Just finished this review. Entertaining as always. I used to hate when Paul would say it's a good album. It's just not a Kiss album. But it's the truth. And frankly, over the years, I'm not on this next comment. But it has become,
frankly,
a tradition here at Adams College. The belching contest. Anyways. And frankly, over the years, the desire to listen to this has waned. While there are a couple shining moments, overall, it's a huge letdown. I'm willing to bet if this record was released without the name Kiss attached to it at all, Elder fans who claim they love it would ignore it. And I'll admit that originally I was hyped to listen only because it was deleted from the catalog for years. Exactly. I was talking about that I couldn't find it. I ain't even heard of it. The only way I got it was by chance at a local record store, ordered in a European CD version. Wow. So I jumped on owning it. Let me tell you, my sheer joy finally owning this elusive record quickly turned to disappointment. What the fuck was Kiss thinking at this time? While I like Dynasty and Unmasked, they were spiraling to destruction. Tom, like you, I think Creatures is way overrated.
Yes.
It only gets accolades. It does, because The Elder was such a disaster. Anyways, boys, thanks for more great material. I appreciate all your effort and hard work. If Huddy still there, Sneed, even though you're disappointed me with that, those remarks, but we're all good. Brian Crizell, another great Pantheon member, Tom. The question is, if there was a movie, would the album be better? There's some bangers on this. I love Darklight, but if a movie was made, would it put some context to this album?
No.
I was just about to say absolutely. That's why we do this show. I think it would. I think it would make it better. I think certain videos make certain songs better.
Yeah, maybe.
I love Sweet Child of Mine. When I saw that video, it blew me away. It made me love the song even more. There's certain songs that, for some reason, just when you see them singing and performing.
Yeah.
Forever, I felt.
Oh, yeah. That's a great example.
Forever and I see the video, but I see what Eric Carr is doing. Oh. And I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, holy shit, the drums on this are awesome, because I saw the video. That's just me. Craig Miller. After listening to this episode, I was inspired to go look at my 40-year-old copy and found this exclusive offer. Seems the 18-year-old me did not take it up. Wonder if I could now. Pardon my poor attempt at replicating the album cover. So he has like the Kiss Army thing you can fill out. And shit.
Yeah. Yep.
So it looks pretty cool. Jason Robert Harding. Just listened to the show tonight. I've tried to listen to The Elder before, but only made it past 20 seconds and said, what the holy fuck? With that being said, I'll pretend I never heard it, move on with my life. And Zeus, you're fucking nuts for your ranking. I'd rather listen to Barry Manilow than this dumpster fire.
Wait a minute. Wait. Don't mock Barry Manilow.
Mock him all you want.
No.
Keep up the good
guy's
work.
a genius.
Yeah, he really looks it.
He's a fucking genius.
He's not what you would call a handsome man, Tom.
No, you do not want to see Barry Manilow videos. Put it that way. No.
All right. Let's move on over, Tom, to YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on YouTube, Tom, Johnny Be Good. Wouldn't it be funny if at the end of the episode, instead of Morpheus, we get Ace's stumbling footsteps and then, hey, did someone get my fountain soda? What the fuck? Devin Dungan, great episode. Love this record. I'm definitely going to give this a listen because of this episode.
Ooh.
See, we love shit like that. Devin,
Absolutely.
thank you. Devin's
Yes.
always awesome.
Yep.
Mr. Antonio 2005. Happy 150th, TNZ. I didn't get The Elder till late 1989. I searched high and low for years in local record shops in the greater Toronto area. I wish I could have had the video recorded my facial reaction when the needle dropped upon hearing it for the first time, because it was similar to the WWF jobber Frankie Williams, who got pummeled by a hot rod.
That's a wonderful thing. You got no room for nobody, but you're a lousy wrestler. It's as simple as that.
I might be a lousy wrestler, but I'm still in there. I got not a pay or nobody.
Piper hammering away. Oh, no. Piper all over Frank Williams.
Anytime you could throw in a good wrestling anecdote, Zeus loves that.
Oh, Frankie Williams. The LP has grown on me, but back in '89, it got one play and shelved for years. The Mr. Roboto and Kilroy segment was true gold. Keep up the great work and excited to see what you have in the store for the future episodes.
Thanks, buddy. Awesome.
Yeah, another great Patreon member there, Tom.
Yes, absolutely.
Marty White. I don't know how I didn't anticipate this topic this week. Very happy to see it. There's nothing better than the story of a young apprentice who becomes a journeyman welder and saves an island with his rivet gun. This album was really a prequel to The Wall. The hero in The Welder is the one who welds all the metal blocks together to build Pink Floyd's Wall. Early talks had included for a trilogy involving Keith Moon smashing the wall, but he died. So Mick Fleetwood was considered, but he was too tall to fit on camera. Then Animal was considered, but Jim Henson wouldn't release him. So the project was scraped. Sad, but true.
Oh, you got to love those stories.
Pete Staros. The Elder is a triumph album when not being compared to other Kiss albums or other bands' concepts album. On its own, it's a gift from the Kiss gods.
Oh, my Lord.
Woo!
Wow.
Craig Broderick. As an 11-year-old living in Australia, 12 months after the Unmasked tour, The Elder was awesome. The Oath is the best live Kiss song ever.
Whoa. Oh.
Patton diorama. Bob Ezrin has the best Coke for The Wall and lower grade baby powder for The Elder.
That's perfectly said. I love that.
Chuck Hoskins. Great episodes, guys. Tim Dog and Roddy Piper references. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think The Elder is pretty good. Not the best. Still better than Peter's solo. Hot in the Shade, Animalized, and Monster.
What?
Hot take. Favorite song is Odyssey. Great job. Can't wait for the next review to hear mentions of DJ Quick and Doink the Clown. P.S. Fuck Compton. Love you guys.
Chuck, we love you, buddy. Glad to hear from you, but you got some of Bob Ezrin's low grade Coke with thinking that Elder's better than Hot in the Shade. God damn.
Anthony Stratus. Awesome. Thanks for reviewing this much maligned Kiss album, as I was hoping you guys would. Keep on rocking, guys. Mark Stewart. I love The Oath and still wish Kiss, with Ace Frehley, would end their shows with Escape from the Island, with the sirens and the spotlights going around the audience. How badass would it be if Gene would be spitting blood during the intro to Mr. Blackwell, then perform the song, and Paul, with his fucked up voice, sing the lower like harmonies? That would be cool. Or am I an idiot?
No, actually, I think that would be cool. I like that idea. Yep. Not an idiot.
And that's what I got from YouTube, Tom.
All right, cool. I got a couple emails, but before I get to those, I want to read off a Facebook DM we got here from Gary Roth. He says, hey, guys, good episode this week. I've always appreciated The Elder for what it was. Regarding Mr. Blackwell, to my ears, I've always heard Eric's voice, the high part of it, on lead vocal along with Gene, but it surprises me that no one else seems to acknowledge that it's him. Even big Eric fans don't seem to think it's him, but I'm sure of it. I don't know. Might be right. Supports my other theory as well that the band members were all playing different roles. Paul is the boy. Gene is the elder. Eric is the villain. Ace was the atmosphere, if you like dark light. Interested to know what you guys think after a closer listen. I like that theory. I'm not sure about Eric's vocals. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Kiss is pretty good about, talking about stuff like that. We didn't read that anywhere, but maybe you know something that we don't. So, but thank you for the DM, Gary. Great to hear from you. Let's fly through a couple emails here. Our good friend Mike H. I was 14 when this came out and asked my father to get it for me the week it went on sale. While I didn't hate it, I was definitely disappointed and was concerned about the direction of the band. I liked it better than Unmasked, but those two albums back-to-back had me worried that they had lost their way. I did like that the costumes calmed down a bit, though. Those Dynasty Unmasked costumes were way over the top. I was also upset that they cut their hair. I ended up trading the record in for a joint a few years later. I have since bought it again. I don't buy that Paul and Gene are sincere when they trash it. They made the album and made or agreed to the decisions that were made at the time. They couldn't see it then as they see it now. I think if it had sold well, they'd be sucking their own dicks on how good it is and how smart they were.
Yep.
It just doesn't seem logical that you could dislike something so much now, but think it was a great idea then. The songs haven't changed. Totally agree with you there, Mike.
Yes.
I like most of the songs, even Just a Boy. The melody is really good. I don't like Dark Light at all. It doesn't fit the album. There shouldn't be an Ace song on this record. My favorite songs are I, Odyssey, and Under the Rose. Thanks for the episode. Great as always, Mike H. Thank you, Mike. That's awesome. Very cool. Angelo Capasso. Sorry to say I purchased The Elder in 81, but remember, I still thought Peter was in the band. Sadly, I say this with due respect for the band. I never played the album from front to back, but only once. And for 40 years, I never even thought of this album. Your review helped, but I still don't understand the entire concept shit. I guess I will give it another spin and maybe like maybe like wine, it gets better. I doubt it. Happy Thanksgiving, my awesome Kiss heroes. Angelo, you're the best. Thank you, buddy. Rod Gommond. First off, happy Thanksgiving, gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the software engineer who designed the 30-second fast forward on the Apple Podcast app so I can blow over the hideous Elder song clips and go straight to your commentary. Not a fan of that album whatsoever. Enjoy the holiday. Thank you, Rod. That's awesome. We hope you had a great Thanksgiving yourself.
Anytime I hear that, I always think of the fucking SNL skit. Not too fond of the ladies, are we, Trebek?
Our buddy Tony Smith. I knew this was coming. God knows you dropped enough hints. Anyway, I first got this on cassette, and my version did not have the spoken part after. So when I got the CD, I was surprised to hear it. This album had some songs I like, some I'm not crazy about, but it's Kiss, so it's in my collection. As far as Solid Gold, I think the host that night was Andy Gibb. Yep, we mentioned that. Tony, thanks, buddy. That's awesome. Graham Richley, boys, that may be your best, funniest, and most spot-on review of all time. Fantastic. Just the right balance between judging the music objectively and telling how you feel personally about it. And kudos to Zeus for having the balls to call it as he sees it, no matter how bizarre that call is. Then he gives us a personal story about being 13 in Australia, talking about the Unmasked tour in 1980. And he gives us a great story about his experience getting the cassette of The Elder, talking about it. Very cool stuff. Keep up the great work. It makes life so much better. Thank you, Graham. We love that hearing from you, buddy. You're a big fan of the show and a good friend of the show. Thank you. Paul Kane. Quick Elder-related story. Hey, guys, first off, love the show. Just finished listening to my first show, and of course, it's on The Elder. You guys are spot on the review. Personally, I love the album and all its weirdness, but I thought I'd share an Elder-related story that you guys might get a kick out of. Back in the day in the late 80s, early 90s, I was a roadie for a Boston-based band called Boa, and we got to open for Doro Pesch from Warlock at the Channel. Oh, yeah, I remember the Channel. She was touring on her self-titled Doro album that was produced by Gene Simmons. We got there early to set up and do sound check. Dora was just finishing her sound check, and there was a few people already there waiting to meet her. When I finally got the chance to meet her, I told her I loved the new album, but I did have one question for her. I asked her whose idea it was to change the lyrics on Only You. She looked at me and said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, that's the Only You from my favorite Kiss album, and was just curious if you rewrote it or if Gene rewrote it for you." She grabbed my arm and said, "That's my favorite Kiss album too." We ended up becoming friends for that day anyway, talking Kiss and the Elder. Definitely one of my best memories ever. We got a picture together and she signed my cassette to Paul, All My Love, Only You. I had it hanging in a nice frame till an ex-girlfriend smashed it on me because she knew how much it meant to me. Well, that's my story. Sorry if I rambled, but the show brought me back to that awesome night at the channel that I got to hang out with Doro and talk Kiss all night. Keep up the great work. Paul, that story's fucking awesome. That is very cool. Thank you. Penelope Red. This was a piss poor album, although I didn't know how bad it actually was until a number of years after its release. I remember seeing the World Without Heroes video. At that time, I didn't like it. It wasn't what I wanted from Kiss. It's now the only song I'll listen to from that record. The rest is absolute trash. I can't understand anyone believing I is any good. It's god-awful. If Paul shits on this album, it's because he had a come-to-Jesus moment and recognized how horrendous it really is. Ooh, Penelope Red. Nice. Let's see. Daniel LeBlanc. By the time The Elder was released, I had discovered AC/DC and wasn't picking up any new releases from Kiss. At the time, my income was generated from cutting grass, and I could only purchase one new record every couple of weeks. I did look at records in the cutout section and would on occasion find a good deal, and do remember seeing copies of The Elder quite often. I did pass on picking up a copy and didn't have my first full listen till around 1992. My introduction to The Elder was the video for A World Without Heroes, which was featured on Extreme Close-Up. Yes. I really dig this release, and I'm glad it's part of the catalog. I'm used to hearing the original LP version, so it was weird hearing your review doing the songs in the updated track sequence. My favorite song from this LP varies, but lately it's been Under the Rose. Great show, guys. I have a third shift part-time job, and I look forward to hearing new episodes on Saturday. Daniel, thanks, buddy. That's amazing. Very, very cool. And then we got a nice email from our buddy Wes Beach. Great show as usual. I am firmly on Team Zeus with this polarizing album. I was always a fan of Bob Ezrin's productions, and though it's such a bold departure from the previous output, I think the production on The Elder is top-notch, and overall it's arguably the most original album in the Kiss canon. I purchased the album at one of those used record stores in New York that specialize in cutouts and promo copies. The cover jumped out at me, and seeing Lou Reed involvement drew me in. I have to admit being perplexed by the inside picture of the tables and chairs and wondering what the hell was going on. The music jumped out of my speakers, and as a fan of Broadway musicals, the overblown production and over-the-top vocal shenanigans by Paul drew me in, and I got into the whole record. What I didn't like, however, was the whole new look Kiss. Only Ace and Eric looked respectable, even Paul and Gene looking like overage members of Spandau Ballet. I loved their appearance on Fridays and was hoping to hear some of the songs live, but that was not to be. By not touring the album, it set the band back as fans were confused as to what happened to their beloved band. The best thing that came out of The Elder was their harder and more metal direction with Creatures to help people forget about their misstep. I also wanted to say great Kiss Cruise Tales of Madness, and happy you guys finally got to go and meet the Poonies and many other podcasters and fans. You guys hit it right, as without the international contingent, it wasn't overcrowded and you got an amazing experience. I've been watching a number of videos from the cruise, and the bands were all on fire. I was hoping to hear Bruce's band tackle Love's a Deadly Weapon, but maybe it was too fast. Keep rocking. You guys are the best. And thank you, Wes, for listening every week. Your input's awesome. We love it, buddy. And our final email comes from our good friend, Steve Wright of the Potter Than Hell podcast, which we hope you guys are checking out weekly. Hey, guys, fun episode this week. As always, I do have to say that music from The Elder is in my bottom 5 of Kiss albums. I was listening to this episode with my wife on a road trip this weekend to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I warned my wife that she probably had not heard these songs before because I don't really listen to this album much. Well, let me tell you, I was laughing my ass off at her reactions of, what the fuck is this? And this sucks. And is this really Kiss? Made me enjoy the episode even more. For me, there are a few songs on this album that are tolerable. How the Z-Man can rank it where he does is baffling to me, but to each his own. Have a good one, guys. Steve. Love you, buddy. Love you, Steve, and love Potter Than Hell.
And Steve... That's about as mean as he can get. It's like, I don't know how he can do it.
But right? To each his own. Steve's the best. We love Steve.
Yeah. Except when it comes to Sonny. He'll tell Sonny he's fucking stupid.
That's true. That's true. Well, because Sonny can be very stupid with some of his musical takes, but we love Sonny too. So
we do, unfortunately. Tom, we have one last thing.
Okay.
And that is this. Michael Talker. Bravo, Tom and Zeus. I just started listening to your podcast with the Kiss Cruise 10 episode, and I've backtracked a bit. Love the two friends talking approach, like a tight rhythm section, with the Kiss talk infused with humor and stories with near imitations. The Ace Frehley Family Guy's Peter Griffin mashup being my favorite. It's obvious that you love the music and don't take it too seriously as some of your pod brethren might. I worked at the wicked cool Newberry Comics in the Garage in Harvard Square.
Oh,
that's the place, Tom. Newberry Comics.
Used to go there all the time. That garage, that plaza in there. Oh, yeah. It was awesome.
They had the little pizza around the corner.
Yes.
The Harvard. So you would go in there and then you'd go to Strawberries or Newberry Comics. I remember when Newberry Comics, this is how I can date it. And all of a sudden, Batman with Michael Keaton was coming out. And it was the first time I started seeing like pop culture shit in a record store. I'm like, what's all this stuff? Why is there all this Batman shit here? I'm looking to buy CDs. What are you doing here with Batman? And that's when I started seeing those type of Newberry Comics like stores. Anyways, then the record department, the Harvard Coop from 86, 89.
Yep.
Conquered all of Harvard Square.
That's awesome.
There was a handful of record stores in Harvard Square. Then when you walk into the big selection of everything and discover music in person. I know. I'm one of those. I remember back in, he's not alone with that because in my days, guys, rock on. Well, Michael Talker, for you bringing up the Newberry Comics in the Garage at Harvard Square, you, my friend, are comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. We're going to be watching you.
Oh, yeah. The flashbacks there of the Garage with Newberry Comics. Holy shit. We used to go to Newberry Comics or Harvard Square in general all the time. All the time.
And that Strawberries there and up top.
And then they had the Tower Records later on that opened up around the corner.
I remember going, do I buy this new band, Guns N' Roses, or do I buy this other band called Black and Blue? I'll never forget that. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm buying this Appetite for Destruction. Nobody had ever heard of it. And I fucking took it, bought it, played it, and was like, what the fuck is this shit?
And you would have been saying the exact same things about Black and Blue, but for a completely different reason.
Exactly. Oh, man. But I have many great memories of those stores in that time.
Oh, me too.
Well, thank you for that.
That's awesome.
Tom, what we do next, we call it a day because this episode has been going on for 3 hours already.
It's a Thanksgiving extravaganza. Fuck them.
Yeah, they can listen to this on the car ride back from wherever they went when they traveled.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully the kids aren't in the car, though, but that's okay.
No, because we talk about stupid things sometimes. Tom, what we talk about after this is Patreon. And our Patreon subscribers have been excellent, have been such a godsend to us. They are a great, fun group of people. And with their subscription to our Patreon account, they get some perks from us. We obviously get their support. And it's just been nonstop growing. The group we have now is a lot of fun. And they're in for another big, big surprise because they're going to be getting this email before the episode plays. And that is, we're actually now going to allow them to give us picks for the album review crew coming up.
Fuck, man. This is talk about opening up a can of worms. Should we get into, you want to explain this now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we are eliminating the group pick. Now we understand this isn't an ARC episode, but you guys listen to both of them, hopefully. So what we were doing was we were doing a 3-man rotation, me, Zeus, and Sonny, and then a 4th group pick. we eliminated the group pick and we said, fuck it, let's just do 3-man rotation, me, Zeus, Sonny, me, Zeus, Sonny. And then I had brought up, let's do a voting thing. Let's do something special. And then finally we came to the agreement. So what we're going to do is,
I think at some point I pulled a Gene on you. I'd say,
yeah,
well, shouldn't we just maybe put it on Twitter or something and you let them get involved. And I think it was me that was like, fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Keeper of the 7 Keys. Fuck that.
So this is what we're doing. Every Patreon member, whatever tier you're on, we're going to allow you to submit an album. Now, when we say this, we mean a legitimate album, not like the Carpenters' greatest hits or Donnie and Marie or, like a legitimate album that you would like.
Or the WWF album.
Yeah. And then what we'll do is me, Zeus, and Sonny will look at all of the submissions and pick 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then we will let everyone on Patreon vote for those finalists. We're going to decide whether it's going to be 3 or 4 or whatever. And then let everybody pick that one album that will be the Patreon pick in the rotation. So we're kind of excited for this because we know that everybody out there has.
We are.
I suggested this a while ago. Zeus was like, fuck them. And then Zeus was like, maybe we could do this. I'm like, dude, I think it'll be great. Until Nige Savage has us picking fucking Sabotage Hell on Earth or whatever.
Dude,
the fuck
I pray he picks something Sabotage. He's into all that fucking crazy death metal Finnish Swedish music.
What, you don't want? Hold on, wait. You don't want to do Cannibal Corpse Butchered at Birth?
Why? I love their third album. It went copper.
So we thought we'd plant that seed now to get you guys going. Now we do have December is our final group pick. Yep. So we will see when we're going to roll out the Patreon pick, but it's coming soon.
A good idea, Tom, might be that it's a new year. Why don't we change the rotation so you don't know what might come up? We might go right to the Patreon pick. We might go to
we could do
me
that.
Or Sonny first, or just continue with you first. Who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, and it's just another little perk that we want to do for our Patreon brethren that have been so great to us. And if this is something that interests you or want to get involved, find us on Patreon, the app, patreon.com, Patreon, or in the episode notes, you can see there will be a link to Patreon. And we would love to have you involved if that's something that you're interested in. But thank you again to our Patreon members. And please don't make me regret this decision. Please
make him regret this decision. No, Patreon guys, we love you. Thank you. And we look forward to rolling out the Patreon ARC pick rotation. Oh boy.
And so, Tom, what we do next, we go to Kiss World. Anything happening?
Well, today we're recording on Wednesday, November 24th. And sadly, this date marks the 30th anniversary of the passing of the great legendary Eric Carr. So you see a lot of outpouring of love and support for him on social media, including from us. And we just want to honor his memory and listen to some Eric Carr Kiss era music in his memory. He's very, very missed, gone too soon for sure. An absolute legend. We love him to pieces. So,
yeah, I just want to add, you know how good Eric Carr is? We've been doing the show for 3 years, and I don't think we've ever made fun of him for anything.
Never.
There's nothing really to laugh about. He's not. He doesn't look tired like the other guy or bored like Eric Singer, and we love Eric Singer too.
Yep.
But he doesn't look bored. He doesn't look goofy. Doesn't look any more goofy than the other idiots when they were wearing like the Asylum years or the Lick It Up, makeup, non-Kiss but real makeup.
Yep.
Look. Other than his big bushy hair. But it's kind of funny that way.
Oh, yeah. Because he's like a small guy and he has that big bushy hair. Yeah.
But it's still, we've done this show how many times? I've yet to hear somebody say, oh, I don't like Eric Carr's drumming. Oh, Eric Carr's voice is terrible. Oh, he's kind of a jerk. Oh, he did nothing. It's all the great stories that people bring up about Eric. And, oh, yeah, do you know he did this? Oh, I met him once. He was super cool. Oh, Eric does this. Oh, I love the fact that he does, and God bless him. You know what I mean? God bless him. It's always sad kind of thing, but I like to think that his music and his legacy lives on. And a tip of the hat to our friend of the show, Carrie Stevens, and his sister Loretta and the Carr family. They keep his legacy continuing.
Yes.
And Bruce, who did a great little tribute to him.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Yep. On the cruise, and he wrote a nice post too. Like it's a good thing. It's a kind of a somber day about it, but in a positive manner. Like it's there's love there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So God bless Eric.
Absolutely. And some other big news in terms of Kiss touring. And as of right now, it only looks like there's one date, and that is the June 6th of 2022, the date when Kiss is touring in Belgium. And it's announced that Mammoth WVH is going to be opening for them. Wolfgang Van Halen's band is going to be opening. I know a lot of people have different opinions on that album. Me personally, it has grown over the years or over the period of time since it's been released. I fucking love it now. When it first came out, I was a little bit mad. I spent some time with it. So good for those people who are fans of that they're going to get a great, great opener. And of course,
they don't get the painter. Oh, well, they got ripped off.
Well, on our Loudcasters page, this became a topic, and we had a couple comments here, and we had somebody bring up the painter and say, "quote I would rather watch the painter than Eddie's fat kid."
Toxic Kiss fans at their best.
It's bad. It's bad. But hey, you know what? Good for Wolfgang there. That's pretty cool. And shit, I'm jealous because I would love to see them. I would love to see him live. He just finished opening up for Guns N' Roses. Now he's doing a show for Kiss. So good for him. Good
so
for the
think
kid.
of it this way. What a legacy it is for Kiss if they had done this in the beginning. Like Wolfgang is getting his career started. And I feel like he's going to be big in rock music for many years to come.
Agreed.
What a legacy that Kiss can say, like they always used to brag. We had this band open for us, this band. I don't think they can name anybody in the last 10 years or 20 years, probably, that they had anybody that was, they helped their career grow. Now they do. Finally.
I agree. And I think it's great because you're right. They're taking a young up and coming band under their wing and giving them support, which I think is amazing.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yep. So
do you think he's going to pull him aside? Young man, you wouldn't be famous because your father wouldn't be famous until I discovered him.
Oh, probably. Absolutely. And by the way, don't bring up David Lee Roth. Fuck him. You're opening because he's not.
I thought somebody put great. Now he's going to fucking destroy everybody's Van Halen career.
Well, that's a perfect segue. That's the Loudcasters and Patreon MVP LP Sterlino who commented, until they kick him off like they did David Lee Roth, they're going to just fuck over the whole extended Van Halen family.
He is like, God bless him. Like me and you get a fucking kick out of his shit.
Yeah.
But some of you out there, I mean, I've got to throw this out here.
Well, I was going to, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Way too sensitive.
Yeah.
And is this the kind of stuff that happens in the group? Is this the man that wrecked the buffet
at the Harrow Club?
But like, come on, people. Do you not listen to our show? Aren't we like fucking going on that line kind of? That's what he does, and he's fucking awesome at it.
You know what the problem is, and I'm glad you. And this is a perfect segue because I wanted to get into this. So our page encompasses a lot of different things in the world of Kiss. It encompasses regular Kiss news, pictures, videos, conversations, but then it's an extension of the show, and it's extension of the show's humor. Okay,
yes.
If that's not for you, that's fine. There are a billion other groups out there where it's nonstop Kiss foot rub and Kiss love fest, and that's fantastic. There's a lot of that on Loudcasters, but there's a lot of smart ass, wise ass shit that you get from our show that filters over into the Loudcasters page. So that's a heads up for anybody that's a member of that group.
Perfectly said, Tom. Perfectly said.
Yep.
So part of me wants to say, fuck off to those, because I don't remember them ever making comments about our episode, but they make comments about fucking people that listen to our episode and repeat some of our jokes, or fucking add some of that kind of fucking left field humor that we love.
Well,
and they're like, hey, what is this? Well, fuck off then. You bring up
you're bringing up a good point. You have a lot of people on the Loudcasters page that are Kiss fans that don't listen to the show, and that's totally fine. You don't have to listen to the show to be on Loudcasters, but you have a lot of people that do, and they incorporate some of the show's humor into that. So then the people that don't listen to the show are like, what the fuck? What's the matter with you guys? Why are you being like a dick? Being like, well, what?
Go listen to the host.
Well, yeah, exactly. If you wonder why that guy's making a joke about Eddie's fat kid, go listen to the show. Although we've never said that.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't make fun of him. We make fun of other fat people like podcasters and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, he also put up a picture of like a drawing and said, this is the crooked man.
And so somebody got wicked upset about what are you talking about? It's a beautiful piece of art. What are you talking about? And then it just fuels Sterlino. Then he just goes all fucking.
And I like when he says, and someone gets mad, then I'll be like, I think this guy was drunk off of cock.
Yeah. Sterlino, we love you, buddy. Do not change for a second.
Yeah, just, be careful that line. That's the only thing I would add. By the way, so somebody also put a picture of Paul, like 78 and like 2018. Remember, I texted it to the group. It was a close-up of his face. His hands are on his face.
Yeah.
And I sent it to you guys. I'm like, this is the perfect example of crooked face.
Yes.
Of the crooked man. Like his fucking cheekbone is going one way.
Yep.
His fucking nose is pointing another. One of his eyebrows is over on the side of his ear.
Dude, it's like his face started like melting. It looks like a Mr. Potato Head Paul Stanley head that some like 3-year-old built.
Because they have the 78 photo and his face is just straight, like, chiseled jaw. And looking straight ahead.
Yeah.
And the other one, his jaw may be looking ahead. His lip is to the left. His nose is to the right.
Burn man? Are you the Burn man?
He's all fucking banged out. The crooked man. Oh, but anyways, Tom, a couple other quick things. That Funko Kiss Destroyer thing I'm trying to find. I know Walmart has it on sale for like $40, like a Black Friday thing. Can't find it anywhere.
And they're not selling it online.
No. So I don't know. They said they might have them in the stores, but the only time I do the search to see if, it's in my area, I can't find it.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can get that, but that thing has been sold out. And then I saw it again. I got another email. Gene Simmons's vault, $4.99. Now,
is that $4.99?
No, it's $499. And I get the ad for the Rhino, like from the Rhino website of all those box sets that they sell. And for a while, it was like $5.99. I'm like, gee, Gene was selling it for $500. Why is it like $600 here? And then yesterday I saw it. Even Rhino has it down to $500 online. I think it's like $65 to ship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it.
Thanks, Patreon.
No, not using on that. You too can own Mongoloid Man.
I just wanted
$500.
I just wanted for the Gene Simmons like a little action figure doll.
Yeah, he calls like the Gene Simmons business mogul action figure man.
Stockbroker Simmons.
I just have him walking up to other inanimate objects and just be like, "You, Mr. Pepsi Can, are on my property. I will sue you for $400,000, or you must buy this unlimited box set, unreleased tracks, The Vault Part 2.
The Gene Simmons action figure goes up to all your kids' toys. Are you vaccinated, Mr. Potato Head? What about you, Barbie?
Get lost. You are the enemy. And then they'll go up to like another doll and be like, are you selling T-shirts? You're in the Kiss business, baby.
This is great. By the way, do we have a topic tonight? Like, what the
Oh, yeah. 2 hours into this. Let's figure that out.
I love it. I love it.
All right. That wraps up Kiss World. So, let's take a quick break so I can get my Gene Simmons business mogul doll to stop sexually harassing my cats.
Oh, we're back after giving a test drive to the demo of My Uncle is a Raft. Fantastic.
$500. It's yours. Fucking thanks. All right. Well, we always do a Kiss Thanksgiving. We'll get to that part.
Yep.
And we'll give a couple reasons why we are happy for Thanksgiving this year and what we're Kiss happy for, at least.
Yep.
But we are going to discuss Kiss's infamous Macy's Day Parade.
From 2014, it was the 88th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And it's been referred to as a Spinal Tap-like moment. So Kiss, the story, and you could check the video, of course, it's on YouTube.
Oh, and before you do, here it is.
The Street Party, presenting one of the biggest bands in rock history, performing rock and roll all night here in person are the masters of rock, Kiss.
In the book celebrating their 40th anniversary, Kiss just rocking 3004th Street and rolled into the 88th edition of America's Holiday Break. We are not worthy! We are not worthy!
Turkey stuffing, apple pie, and Kiss.
Okay, so you heard that. So what was supposed to happen was, this is according to Doc McGee, and he actually talked about this during a Kiss Cruise Q&A. They were supposed to be doing a Gibson float. Huge float in the shape of like a big Gibson guitar or whatever. And they wanted the night before they told Paul that you're going to be doing a Gibson float, which is obviously a sponsored thing, that you need to play a Gibson guitar. And they were like, well, Paul doesn't play Gibsons. He plays Washburns because he has a deal with Washburns. He can't play Gibsons. So the parade people are like, okay, well, there's another float that we can give you. You have to go look at these pictures. This looks like a float from like the end scene in Animal House. Like it's a little trailer with like metal benches and a stand for each member. And the best part of it is the two little like band majorettes in front of them look like they're bored to tears. It's you can Google the story and the video. It is just hysterical. And if you're a Kiss fan like us, you get it, the tongue in cheek. But if you're somebody that historically mocks Kiss, oof, it's pretty mockable.
Yeah, it's you always your mind goes to Kiss, and your mind thinks, okay, what's going to be the most over the top thing they're going to do? Oh my God, what's going to be flying out? Oh, holy shit, is there going to be a giant tongue in the air? Like you have all these ideas of what it could be. And it looks like a high school fucking float.
Oh, it's bad. Oh boy.
Or like, walking down the small town on Elm Street, the fucking Korean War veterans fucking float. Yep. And behind them is like the school marching band. It was just horrendous. So you start off they have like these cheerleaders. Some are wearing makeup or some are not. Rock and Roll All Night is playing. And then, you got Al Roker playing the part of grown-up Urkel. Matt Lauer, you know what he's famous for.
Was this before or after Matt Lauer was locking women in his desk so he could friggin' sexually assault them? Jesus.
Matt, let me show you how the big boys do it.
The problem is, Matt, you hid that emergency button under your desk. I'll show you where that goes.
Yep. And Savannah Guthrie.
Ooh, hell yeah. Ooh.
God damn. Anyways, the three of them are hosting, and then they cut to Kiss.
Oh.
And the fuck, it's just this rinky dink.
When you see so Paul, so back in it was last year, I think it was in 2020. I'll give credit to Paul for having a sense of humor. Yeah. He retweets a picture, and he says, "We showed up at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade after being shown sketches of a huge float and told we'd be surrounded by 100 baton twirlers and Kiss makeup. Instead, we got this." An SUV with a U-Haul attached and two unimpressed escorts. Ha, ha, ha. Look how happy we are. Dude, he's right. The funniest thing, these escort drum band majorettes, they're holding a sign and it says Kiss on it in letters that you can barely read. It's so, I mean, I give kudos to Paul for having a sense of humor about it.
Sounds great. But I don't use Gibson guitars.
Yeah. But then he goes again and says, we were screwed over and misled by the execs in charge of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We all deserved better. So that was serious, Paul, there.
Yeah.
But, my Lord.
And so they're playing, and it's Rock and Roll Night. And I know what you're going to say. Oh, here comes the lip sync. All those people that go on those Macy Day Parade, they always lip sync.
Absolutely.
There's nowhere to fucking have the music. Where are they going to plug into?
Right.
Going to fucking move and plugged into something?
Plus with the wind and the movement and stuff.
They're not doing that. So they lip sync a performance of one fucking song. The classic, Rock and Roll All Night. The funniest part of that whole performance, though, is the solo starts and Tommy's got his hand in his ear and in the air. He's like, oh shit, am I supposed to be playing this? He didn't even know the fucking solo was up. Like,
nope.
And the way I think of it is like, well, at least at that point they weren't faking shit. They got a lot better at it later on.
Oh,
but at that point, they didn't know how to lip sync. And it was pretty bad.
Come on. One thing that I think is kind of cool if you look at the pictures, because it was so cold out, Paul had this really badass like black cape on.
Yeah, he thought he was the king of the North. From
it actually looks it actually looks pretty friggin' badass. That's kind of the only thing. And Eric had like a coat on too. Tommy and Gene were just doing their thing. But look, like you said, these parade float things, they do the best they can. They're just there for a quick little shot at entertaining the crowd. But this was just a horribly embarrassing fuck up. And you got to wonder if the parade people just got caught at the last minute, like, oh fuck, wait, you can't do this. Okay, well, we're gonna have to give you the parade that we use in the Medford Knights of Columbus parade that we do down in West Medford Square.
Yeah, you have these fucking $100 tires. Oh, if you got a flat, oh, I got like a shit spare in the back.
That's pretty much it.
That's what they have. Oh shit, this is the emergency shit spare. Oh, we have to put Kiss on it? Sorry.
This is ridiculous.
They just whatever. And I think Doc had a funny quote about it, right?
Yeah, so Doc says, we get there. The new float is literally like 25 feet long with two microphones. It's the shittiest looking thing at the Macy's Day Parade. I saw it and I went, oh, this is how you get fired, which is a great quote by Doc.
Yeah, and so I think if he got over that, he's like, shit, they're not going to fire me for anything then. Because Kiss is right. Like, dude, what the fuck? You're putting us in this position? You make Kiss, the badass looking band, look like fucking buffoons on this stupid little float that's going by, right?
It's funny because, like I said earlier, the fact that Paul had a little bit of a sense of humor, you got to wonder, like, behind the scenes, if he was like, Doc, what the fuck, dude? Like, because I could see Gene being like, okay, Tommy and Eric are like, they don't give a fuck. But Paul, sensitive Paul, he must have been like, what the fuck are we doing here? What is this?
He has to mock it because otherwise he's going to make
it'll look worse.
Yeah, they look ridiculous. I think he has to lean into it a little bit to say, yeah, they fucked us over. Look how stupid this is. This was our idea of thinking that this is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, but most people that aren't Kiss fans that see them like, oh, that band Kiss. Oh, look at that. Yeah, and they don't know. Shot off a couple things.
Yep.
So people are like, ooh, that's their crazy show.
Yeah, exactly.
And then at the end, as they finish up, fucking Urkel there / Al Roker was like, oh my God, that's Kiss. And he's like, something like, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. And the other two are like, oh, should we be doing this too? Okay. Let me bend down and do the we're not worthy kind of thing.
Well, I think what happened was Al Roker was so excited. I think Matt Lau was trying to bang Savannah Guthrie in the background while Al Roker was singing the words to Rock and Roll All Night.
I think Al Roker had a fucking chili dog in his hand and a bag of cotton candy while he was going on.
Matt, get your head out of there.
Was that before or after Al Roker got caught in the storm and he fucking floated? Whatever, he got knocked out.
Poor Al Roker. Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's a funny thing. You see it, you just like shake your head. It's another one of those fucking Kiss playing to the Sharks kind of.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Kiss puts themselves. Now, are you going to see fucking Genesis on a float? Like, you're not going to see other artists. This only works with Kiss.
Yep.
Or a teeny bopper.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. When Christina Aguilera is just starting out or something. Coming up next, Christina Aguilera doing fucking something.
Yep.
Or Kiss. Like, it's kind of that.
It's got to have a little bit of kitschiness to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Entertainment value.
Yeah.
It's not going to be fucking Steely Dan on a float.
Fuck no. Hell no. No. But it's a piece of history. It's Thanksgiving related, so we wanted to throw it in with our annual thanks list. So we wanted to have a little bit of fun, and then we're going to get into what we do every year, which is we give some thanks.
But before we do that, technically, Tom, this is a TV appearance.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So, because it's a TV appearance, we get to do what we love to do, and that is we get to rank them.
Do it.
So, first, we've ranked ABC in Concert, Mike Douglas Show, Paul Lynde Halloween Special, Land of Hype and Glory, Gene and Ace on the Don Lane Show, Kiss on Fridays, Kiss Unmasking, Paul and Gene on Oprah, Kiss Mad TV Halloween Spooktacular. Now, Tom, you want to tell us how you rank the first 9?
All right, so I have ABC in Concert ranked number 1, Kiss on Fridays 2, Land of Hype and Glory 3, Mike Douglas Show 4, Paul Lynde Halloween Special 5, MTV Kiss Unmasking 6, Paul and Gene on Oprah 7, Gene and Ace on the Don Lane Show 8, and the Kiss Mad TV Halloween Spooktacular 9. I thought this was kind of funny. You kind of have to be a Kiss fan to get it, to understand and know the story behind the float makes the story to me. Otherwise, it's just like, oh, that's kind of weird. So I think it's kind of funny. I mean, that being said, it's a very quick clip. It's Rock and Roll All Night. It's barely the entire song. So there's not a lot to see. So because of that, it's funny, but it's not extremely memorable. But it sure as shit ain't as bad as the Mad TV Halloween Spooktacular. That's good. That's going to stay dead last for me. That's going to move to number 10. And just because of the shortness of this appearance, I'm just going to put this one at 9.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Tom, mine are Mike Douglas Show number 1, Paul Lynde Halloween Special number 2, ABC in Concert 3, Kiss on Fridays 4, MTV Kiss Unmasking 5, Land of Hype and Glory 6, Gene and Ace on the Don Lane Show 7, Paul and Gene on Oprah 8, Kiss Mad TV Halloween Spooktacular number 9. This was short. They didn't play anything live. And it was ridiculous. Plus, you have to watch 2 or 3 hours worth of television. You didn't know where Kiss was coming in. So this is going to be number 10 for me. I'd rather have watched the Kiss Mad TV Halloween Spooktacular because I know that show is a lot quicker. And plus, all 4 of them are there. They're talking. Peter and Ace, the original guys.
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it's horrible, but I'd rather watch that than sit there in front of the Macy's Day Parade, which I hate that shit.
Yeah.
And not know when Kiss is coming and then see that's what I'm seeing. So I have this at number 10 for me.
Okay. Fair enough. I got you. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's where we go with this. Then, Tom, what we always do on Kiss Giving, we name 5 things that we're thankful for.
Yes.
Do you want to start or should I?
Yep. I'll start with number 5 and we'll work our way down to our number 1. So for me, my number 5 things I'm thankful for in Kiss world is I am thankful for the Kiss live auctions on Facebook. Ooh. I find them extremely entertaining. I have bought a few things from them. I enjoy the items being sold. I enjoy the auctions. I really enjoy the comments about the people viewing the auctions, going back and forth. Some great people out there. Just last night on Tuesday, the 23rd, we watched our good buddy Jeff Trott, who we finally met on the cruise. He did a great auction, a lot of vinyl. So for me, being a vinyl geek and just a Kiss merch nerd, I enjoy the live auction. So that's my number 5.
Tom, I'm not a big Kiss merch guy. Yep. I don't have vinyl. I don't understand it. But I found myself working last night and listening to Jeff's auction in the background. We love Jeff. And anytime you guys, we get a chance, if we can, tell you guys about an auction that's going on, it's from one of our friends like Jeff. We want to let you know Kevin Gibson just did a Kiss auction recently too, I believe.
Yes, I think he did. Yep.
Yeah. So those are 2 guys that we're friends of, and we hope you guys can support them. They're great guys. And a lot of fun. Jeff Trott, good for you, buddy. So number 5 for me, Tom, is the bootleg series that just came out.
Excellent. Good call.
So that's number 1. Now, is that concert that good? Not really. Tokyo.
Oh, ugh.
You know Tokyo. People of Tokyo.
Rough.
Tokyo.
We get it.
I know. However, they made it seem like this is a series and we don't know what's in store. So the fact that gives us hope of other things to come, I am thankful for that because, for a while there, we had nothing coming. We're not doing any albums. There's no money in it. So they had no albums coming out. It's the same end of the road tour. But now lately, we got a lot of things coming down the pipe. Okay. Not new album, new stuff, but a lot of merchants potential. So the off the soundboard, like bootleg series is what I am thankful for.
Excellent.
That's my number 5.
Great call. Great call. Number 4 for me, we have sung the praises of Bruce Kulick in the past. We have thanked him. He's made this list before. And he's kind of going to make the list again here for my number 4. But specifically what I'm thankful for is Bruce's band.
Woo.
And that is after seeing them finally in person on the cruise. And Todd Kearns, Brent Fitz, Zach Throne, just unbelievable, fucking spectacular. We showed you the videos. We shared them on our social media. We talked about it during our cruise recap. I am thankful that Bruce is keeping the Kiss flame going with a band like that. We can't be more thankful for that. Those guys are fantastic. The energy, the playing, the performing. You saw the videos, and I know it doesn't do it justice as good as what we saw live. But for that, I am thankful for Todd, Brent, and Zach, and of course, Bruce.
Great call, Tom. Yeah, there's something I can't, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the words to say it. But they have the Kiss spirit when they perform.
Yep. The energy.
It's not phony. It's like as a Kiss Army guy, you feel that that's legit up there. That's not some fucking shit band that's now playing at your local bar.
Exactly.
These guys get it. You feel it. It's almost like the spirit of Gene comes in, Zach and Paul and Todd, and the way they sing this song, they love the music.
Yep.
And Bruce does too, and Brent back there. Oh, fucking awesome. Great call, number 4 for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Number 4 for me. So I look back on Kiss, and one of the main reasons why I like them, and one of the things that sticks out, is that if you go by the original 4, all 4 members sing. I love that in a band. I love that there's more than one lead singer. We did I think the episode of singers this year.
Yep.
And everyone gave us shit, and we were like, yeah. I took Peter, Gene, then Paul. Dude, Paul Stanley was my number 3.
Yep.
Now, it's not because he's the 3rd best singer on there. He's probably the best singer on there. But I prefer, I like Peter, and I love Gene's delivery.
Yep.
But that's how good the band is. We laugh about Ace, but there's certain tracks that he can pull it off. It's not horrendous, but it's not Ace solo singing. But,
right.
It's all right. But the fact is that he went up there. You don't listen to Rocket Ride and be like, oh, the vocals are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think they're anything to write home about, but they're not horrible. Shock mean the same thing. So I love bands like that. So, the people talk about the Beatles like that. To me, number 1 sticks out as like the Eagles, the band. Bands like that have multiple lead singers, fucking awesome.
Yep.
And I love it. We're looking at, I'll give you a quick example. Destroyer comes out, the 45th anniversary. I'm looking at it. I see the demos. I'm like, oh, there is one. There's a Peter song.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a Peter song. There's a Gene song. And then there's a Paul song. Unfortunately, Ace wasn't singing back then, but like you get the point.
Yep.
I love that shit.
Yep.
Imagine if it was just the same old, okay, these are all Pauls.
Yep.
There are 4 singers. I am thankful that my favorite band has 4 different singers.
Yeah, great call. Excellent. Number 3 for me. It's kind of taking a page out of what you said with the off the soundboard bootlegs. I am thrilled and thankful that Kiss appears to be embracing the concept of a mega box set for their fans. We've been raving about some of the things that they've done in the past, like, oh, you're celebrating the anniversary of this album by giving us a blue vinyl. You're celebrating the anniversary of this album by giving us a splattered red vinyl. No. I'm just going to say it briefly because this may be a future episode. I don't know about the super deluxe 45th anniversary box set. Fucking mind-blowing. And I love that this is a potential taste of things to come for the future. Doc said it on the Kiss Cruise. I think Gene might have mentioned it before too. So that, and then kind of compounding that as well. And I mentioned this before, the fact that they're also embracing the world of picture discs with some of their anniversary products. Kiss is a very visual band. So having that Elder picture disc, the Rock and Roll Over picture disc, that they're turning the corner towards some really, really cool anniversary style, memorable items to celebrate their catalog and their fans and everything that they're doing, because they're getting old. Next year, you get the 45th anniversary of, I won't tell you where I placed them on my list, but Love Gun and Alive 2 are 45 years old next year. So, oh boy. So that's number 3 on my list. The move towards really, really honoring their past catalog, especially those really super, super special albums like Destroyer.
Yeah, it's funny we say the 45th anniversary of Destroyer, and the Thanksgiving Day parade, they were celebrating their 40th then.
That's
now
right.
We're hoping, we'll see something big for when they celebrate their 50th. But that's a good one, Tom, and that's kind of similar to my number 3. I said I was thankful for the Kiss Destroyer box set.
Yep.
I don't want to get into too much details like you said, but the fact that they did it and didn't just give you the typical, here's this fucking colored and here's a couple shitty fucking t-shirt designs, buy it.
Yep.
And they went out and did this. And the fact is, I believe it was Doc that said, yeah, we hope to do more of these.
Yeah.
So I am very thankful for that. So I'm in agreement with you.
Okay. Number 2 for me, this was kind of a hard one for me to kind of describe it. So my number 1 was automatic, and you'll understand why my number 1 is my number 1. But no, my number 2 is, and we kind of bring this up. This is our 3rd Kiss Giving episode, and we kind of bring this up each year, but it expands and it grows every year. And that is the gratitude that I have, and obviously I know Zeus does too, for just the way the family of Shout It Out Loudcast continues to grow and the community that we've built, whether it's Patreon, who our gratitude is endless with them, to the people that tag us in things on Twitter and Facebook, to the people that, initiate conversations and discussions, the people that when they see something Kiss related, they'll tag us in it and then it'll initiate a conversation. Just the community that we've built to keep Kiss alive. And I like that we're doing it from an angle of love combined with some fun, combined with some humor. And I think that's what Kiss is all about. And I think that's what loving your favorite band should be all about. There are serious bands out there, and we know them, and we love some serious bands. But I'm just so thrilled and so thankful and grateful for the Shout It Out Loudcast world. And that means that I'm thankful for Zeus, of course. I can't thank him enough. And just all you guys out there that are listening. It's just something that's really special to me.
It's funny you say that. I texted Tom a little bit earlier today and I said, look at our mail. He's like, what? And I'm like, look, I finished. I put all our emails into folders on Gmail.
Yep.
Every single one from day one. Well, I had done probably the ones for this year. So I had to go back and do the older ones. So while you're saying this, I can tell you the first email that we ever got from Dan. Yep. I Love It Louder. Yep. I saw Angela Capassos. Tony Smith was there from the beginning sending us stuff.
Yep.
Like all these guys that are legends. And every year it seems like we get a new legend in the Loudcasters family. Like this year with like Sterlino, and then the year past we had, Jack, Pinocchio, and you have Costa who'd seen this. And you just, again, I hate doing this because then I'm going to forget everyone's name. So I'm going to stop there. I only mention those specifically because I got theme music for them. Yep. So, but you get the point. They're awesome. And they know how we, how to treat each other when some of us have had bad family health or things like that, or losses in our lives. Everybody rushes to everybody, supporting them. And when good things are happening, we're all there to fucking high five. I mean, people were like generally happy for us that we went on the cruise.
Yep.
You know what most people are? Fuck them. Why do they get to fucking go?
Yep.
I don't want to hear about that shit. I didn't get to go. No. Loudcasters are like, I'm so happy for you guys. Oh, I'm so glad that you guys got to experience this. That's what our community is all about. And they're fucking incredible. And we love it. And just like Paul says, if you get on the Loudcasters, doesn't matter what floor you get on.
It's absolutely true. Right? Jump in right now. It doesn't matter.
You could have been there in the beginning, or you could have just come on this year. It makes no difference.
Yep.
You're part of the family. So thank you for that. That's a great one. Number two, Tom.
Yep.
So number 2 for me, this is a real specific one.
Okay.
I'm very thankful for something that I never thought I would ever have happen to me. And that is, I got to hear the trifecta of Kiss Paul Stanley sex songs. That perfect trifecta of I Just Wanna, Take It Off, and Let's Put the X in Sex. I heard that live.
You did.
Okay. Although Kiss only did one of them, I felt like they did all 3 of them.
Yep.
Holy shit. Was that incredible? Those 3 songs, hearing that live for me. Never would I ever think about that.
Nope.
And it was on the Kiss cruise. I got there. Now, I heard other stuff that I was blown away with. I had a lot of fun with all the stuff. But the fact that I heard those 3, and I've been mentioning it for years, how those 3 are specific. Where did anybody ever think I would hear those songs ever in a concert? Even a cover band, any Kiss cover band that might play deep cuts, they're not pulling those 3 songs out. Boom! I got all 3.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking
Excellent.
incredible.
Yep, absolutely spectacular. It was great. It was great. All right, my number 1. This was an easy one for me because of the year that we had, and it's a general thanks to the event, but it's a specific thanks to Zeus. But number 1 on my list is the Kiss Cruise.
That's a secret, spoiled mine too. But go ahead.
Yeah. So we can just talk about. I mean, I think about it every day. I talk about it at work every day. People like, Kiss crew, what the fuck did you go on? They're like, what? And then when I explain it to them and they're listening to me, they're like, holy shit, that sounds amazing. I didn't realize things like that existed with like bands and events and interaction and just like I talk like the little things like I miss wrapping up every night, sitting in a circle, listening to Kiss karaoke, like little things like that. Like we would wrap up each night with that. We'd start each day with breakfast and then we'd look at the schedule. What are we going to do? And just meeting Sonny and Danny, meeting Steve and his crew from Pennsylvania, just enjoying what diehard Kiss fans we are, doing that in person and celebrating all that together. It was just, it was, you know, I've been on some amazing trips in my life. My wife and I went to Europe, and that's where we got engaged. The very first time I took my son to Disney World when he was 5 years old. You know, there are trips that you take and memories that you'll have for the rest of your life. And that's why you talk to some people who like, you know, I spend my money on vacations. I spend my money on trips so I can have memories as opposed to buying an item. And after a trip like this, I get that. It's expensive. You have to save for it. You have to finance it if possible, whatever. But once it's done, nobody can ever take that away from you. And it was a thrill for me to be there.
Tom, I'm with you. You know, the funny thing about what you said, you didn't even mention the concerts.
Exactly. Yep.
So the concerts are the throw-in.
They are.
I think that's what I'm going to take away as well, Tom. The simple things, the people watching with you.
Yep.
When we're in line and we're fucking elbowing each other. Oh my God, you fucking seen this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. or the fucking with Sonny. Hey, buddy, you like Kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Kiss. Yeah,
Yep.
Tell us about it. And Sonny rolling his eyes like motherfuckers. Like
Yep.
those things. But I guess I have to say that ending up at the fucking Kiss karaoke in the lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Just us. Loud enough that you can hear the person butchering a song, but not too loud where you can't just be having a drink and in a circle with comfortable chairs, late night, wrapping it up with your buddies.
Yep.
Fucking priceless to me.
Yeah. Yep.
That was priceless.
Yep.
That was my probably favorite part of it, other than the concerts, obviously. The food options.
Yep.
The people you can meet and just get along with them. Different people, you know, fellow podcasters, fellow listeners, whatever, no problem. Hanging out with our new buddy Jeff Truck.
Yep. Absolutely.
Fucking, you know, just incredible. Hey, let's go grab some ice cream before we go to bed. Hey, let's go fucking here for lunch, and then we'll catch this band. Hey, are you guys getting off in Belize? Let's go for a walk over. Like, just the special bond. And there's something about male bonding at our age because we don't get to do it often.
Correct.
Like when we talk and we shoot the shit and laugh about Kiss stuff and text each other all day, it's different sitting in person with each other.
Yeah.
And laughing your ass off while you're grabbing lunch or then looking at somebody. What the fuck is that shit you're eating?
Yeah.
Oh, look what I got. Oh shit. Where'd you get that dessert? Like stupid shit. There's no wives there. There'd be like, or girlfriends that you're like, oh, I got to fucking tuck in my shirt. Oh, I can't eat that in front of them. Oh, I better not burp like that. Like it's just us. It was, I can't explain it. If you guys have an opportunity to do it, I say grab your best friend and do it. But even if you don't, you'll make good friends on this cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Yep. Steve, our buddy Steve Wright, who we finally got to meet in person, he says it. He says it perfectly when he talks about these cruises. It's the hang. I'm going for the hang, and that's the term that he uses for what we just described in detail. Just being with your buddies and doing all this shit. Yeah, you're seeing Kiss. Yeah, you're seeing Night Ranger. You're seeing Bruce Kulick and Queensryche and all this stuff. But in between, you're just fucking chilling with a bunch of guys, having drinks.
I think
and
it's
just
great
enjoying
that way, Tom, because it gives you something organized. Like, okay,
Yes.
we're gonna do this, and we'll just shoot the shit, and then we'll go to this one concert. It's not overwhelming. Like, oh, so and so wants to see this band, then so and so wants to see this band, and then this one's performing in this area, and we'll catch up. You like, no,
Yep.
like I get the hang, but I don't want to hang out with you that bad and listen to shitty bands too.
I could tolerate. But see, to me, shitty bands are fun to watch because you can just shit on them.
How much fun is that fucking Monsters of Rock cruise going to be for you, buddy?
It depends. You know, I mean, after 2 songs from Dangerous Toys or whoever the fuck is performing, I don't know.
What are you talking about? I got all their albums.
It's like Molay really pumps my nads. Moyer, I love his work. Guys, we got to get over on stage B. Tora Tora is taking the stage.
Dude, Tora Tora is like Led Zeppelin compared to some of those fucking acts on that cruise. So I wouldn't be putting them down.
Don't say that. The guy's going on Mork. They hate Zeppelin.
Oh, well, I was saying really, Tom, for us, not for them, Tora and Zeppelin. Or we can go and see Tattooed Love Boys performing their fucking album straight through called Bleeding Hearts and Needle Marks.
Jesus Christ almighty. What are you talking about? See, that's going to be a new t-shirt. We're going to get a new t-shirt that says, what are you talking about?
I have their 4th album is my favorite one.
What are you talking about? When they toured, Argentina back in 94, it was amazing. They released a double live LP.
Yeah. That bootleg of Tattooed Butt Boys rocks Honduras. This is my favorite bootleg of 98.
It's a jizz-colored swirled vinyl. See, we went from being heartfelt and thankful, and now we're reverting back to Shout It Out Loudcast.
We love those guys. And yeah, and I'll add in there the Hang specifically. You know, you got Sonny, you have Tony from Restrained, you have Steve and all his buddies that we got to meet. Those guys are great. And then the new friends we made. We had fucking Ozzy Jeff. Ugh. Hey, the fucking
New York Rocks there. Yep.
Fucking Jeff Trott, Joe Polo, and a few others we just got to hang out with. It was a lot of fun.
It was great. It was great. It was fucking great.
Kiss.
Do you like the Kiss cruise?
Do you like the ice cream at the end of the night?
Do you like soft serve?
Do you like Jello?
Oh, God.
All right. Well, Tom, what we do is this.
Hi, this is Ed Spansberg of ClickTshop.com, and for all your Shout It Out Loudcast gear and merchandise, please visit ClickTshop.com. At ClickTshop, you can find lots of Kiss-inspired t-shirt designs, plus mugs, hats, hoodies, pillows, and all new fine art selections. And now, here's your question of the week.
All right. Question of the week. This is a good one. Quick and easy.
Ooh.
From our buddy Paul Tepelis.
Okay.
What is your favorite non-makeup Kiss video?
Ooh. Shit. I'm trying to think of them all. Non-makeup, I would probably guess to say maybe All Hell's Breaking Loose.
Okay.
There's it's just fucking stupid with this Mad Max like world and shit. But Vinny's out there and then Paul says, take it. And then
to me, this was actually easier than I thought because it's so fucking stupid and hilarious and cringeworthy. And the song is great. Is Heaven's on Fire.
Oh,
I mean, jumping through the hoop of fire. The when he does a little cake, the little
the legendary.
Yeah, the little thing, and then the camera zooms, and Eric Carr's doing crazy shit. Mark St. John, Gene is just. I think it's a hilarious video.
Oh yeah, and somebody's making out with a chick in like black tights on the.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it.
And then my favorite part is all of a sudden someone's got like those feathered masks on, and they take it down, and it's just Mark St. John's face.
Like, poor Mark St. John. He's like,
and his fucking ball split is just taking up the whole TV.
I think that's a great video. I think it's hilarious. But you're right. A lot of those Lick It Up era videos, like the All Hell's Breaking Loose, and those are great. Those are great.
I love it. I love the song. So I just, and I don't know why Paul's talking to a midget in the beginning of the fucking song.
Well, we're gonna have to do an episode. We break down all the freaking Kiss videos, so that's coming. Yeah. That's coming. But that's a great question, Paul. Thank you for contributing to the show. Great question. Thanks, buddy.
Tom, where can people find us?
Okay, our email is the best place to start with, and that is shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Send us your questions, your concerns, your comments, your stories, anything. We try to read them all during the show. If we can't get to all of them, believe me, we do read all of them. And then we got our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, very interactive on there. Tag us in that. You can send us DMs on all of those. We're very interactive on all that. And on Facebook, we have our Loudcasters group. You can jump in there too. Shout it out, Loudcasters Facebook group. Check that out. And of course, as we said at the beginning of the show, and we've said it a couple times throughout the show, our wonderful Patreon family. Can't thank you guys enough for everything that you have done. And remember, stay tuned for some more detailed information about your involvement in the album review crew coming soon. So thank you for that. And we're part of the great Pantheon podcast network of great rock and roll podcasts. Amazing shows to be found there, and you can check them out at Pantheon Podcasts. And of course, our Click T Shop sponsoring our question of the week. You want a great Shout It Out Loudcast T-shirt? Head over there and check them out.
Tom, people can DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We always accept them, and they'll always be read by us. You can please follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is growing. So even if you don't follow YouTube, don't want to listen to our episode on YouTube, you'd rather do the podcast thing and vice versa, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Gets our stuff out more to the masses. So if anybody follows us, likes us, our Facebook, our Instagram, everything else, please do us a favor. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Takes 2 seconds. Look for Shout It Out Loudcast and subscribe. We really appreciate that. And then finally, if you could give us one of those 5-star child reviews on Apple iTunes, that's greatly appreciated. That as well as the YouTube subscription moves us up, gets us out in front of more people, and helps the podcast out tremendously. And we've been getting a lot of those 5-star child reviews lately. And I think we got one, but this time from Facebook, which you can also give us a 5-star child review. What do you got, Tom?
That's correct. Facebook allows you to recommend things. So it's Facebook's version of like an Apple podcast review. And we got a great one here from our buddy listener, Raymond Gallus, who says, if you wanted the best, you found it with Shout It Out Loudcast. Great, yet subjective reviews and historical exploration of the hottest band in the world. The beauty of the podcast is not just chemistry between the brotherly jocular hosts, but the audience participation as the podcast supporters add as much creativity and off-color commentary as the hosts. I look forward to this every Saturday morning. Raymond, that is amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time to write that and for those thoughts. We appreciate that more than you know. Thank you, and thank you for being a big fan of the show.
Tom, we always end on famous last words. You got any?
Oh, of course. And every day that you hesitate, you're never changing the hands of fate. You can fight, but tonight, there's nothing you can do. I want you.
You say you want to go for a spin. The party's just begun. We'll let you in.
Love it.
Tom, thank you. Kiss Army, thank you. Loudcasters, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody enjoyed when you hear this and everybody is safe.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. We hope you guys had a wonderful holiday for all those that celebrate Thanksgiving, and we are thankful for you. So be safe, enjoy, and we will see you soon. So thank you again.
Peace out, Girl Scout.